reporting for us.
Full court coverage, sponsored by McAfee Heating and Cooling.
And then there were two. San Diego State rallied to beat out the Florida Atlantic Eagles in a nail-biter. They'll take on UConn, who just minutes ago beat Miami to make it to the title game.
It's Butler with 2 seconds. He's got to put it up, and he wins it. He wins it with the jumper.
Wow, San Diego State rallied from a 14-second half deficit to reach its first NCAA title game as Lamont Butler hit an 18-foot jump shot at the buzzer to beat Florida Atlantic. 72-71 is the final for that game. And UConn is making its 5th championship appearance after beating out Miami. This also marks the 5th straight double-digit win for UConn. As for Miami, this marked its first Final Four appearance. 72-59 is the final. And you can catch UConn face off against San Diego State in the championship game right here on Channel 7. Tip-off is at 9 p.m. And be sure to check out WHIO's Orange Zone Hoops edition Sunday morning at 11:30. News Center 7's John Bedell and WHIO Radio's Larry Hanskin have the tourney covered for you. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin and his family visited President Biden at the White House months after he suffered cardiac arrest during the Bills-Bengals game in Cincinnati.
Down, out, and down.
Hamlin sat down with the president to discuss his recovery, and the Bills player also spoke on Capitol Hill this week in support of a new bipartisan legislation that would increase the availability of AEDs in schools. And Robert, I was up last night watching all the coverage. You had a late night.
Yeah, well, that's what I get paid for. I get paid to watch these sort of situations, and it certainly was pretty active yesterday. And we weren't even done. Once those severe storms passed yesterday, we had to deal with the wind today. And temperatures dropping throughout the day, and that just made it feel chilly. Although it didn't start off chilly, but you can see winds now have calmed down quite a bit. They're out of the northwest, which is where all the cold air lives. And so you'll notice, it's about 15 miles per hour, maybe slightly above or below that. So they've certainly calmed down because, I don't know if you remember last night, but I mentioned that there would most likely be a high wind warning today across the region. That's above the wind advisory, and we certainly did see that. It was very windy across the Miami Valley, and it was cold, although not to start off. When I was on TV last night, temperatures were in the 60s, and then throughout the day, the temperature fell quite a bit. That's what happens. That cold front comes through late in the day, and so you start to see temperatures falling throughout the morning and throughout the day. So it was colder in the afternoon than it was this morning. And here's the highest temperature of the day, 61 degrees. You probably woke up saying, nowhere near 61 degrees. That's because this was right after midnight. And so, yeah, we started off very warm. But once that cold front pushed through and brought all the storms with it, temperatures began to drop quite a bit. And so right now we're looking at 37 degrees in Dayton, 34 in Wapakoneta. We're all generally in the 30s, 41, still hanging on to that. In Oxford, Liberty, Indiana is about 39 degrees as well. And there's more than just temperatures on this map. There's a radar. And look, we're scanning and we're not seeing anything. These are lakes up here, I think. Actually, no, that is a little bit of a blue popping up. We did have a few little sprinkles today, which we anticipated. And some of you may have even seen a flurry or two. That was probably up toward the north. We saw anything. But it was pretty quiet overall. Main reason is because the cold front that brought us all the storms is now pushed off the Atlantic coast. And so what's coming in now, which is going to bring us a beautiful Palm Sunday, is this area of high pressure. But the circulation around that high, see how it's clockwise? It's pulling in all of this chilly air, and so that's why things are cooler now. So we might have a few clouds tonight, but we're generally expecting some clear skies, and then heading into Sunday, looking at a great day there too. It's going to be beautiful, really. Monday, we see some showers moving in, especially in the morning. And then actually Tuesday and Wednesday, we can see the chance for showers too. Chilly tonight with a low of 28 degrees. And into the next 7 days, we're back in the 70s, perhaps as early as Monday. I have a 68 for the high in Dayton. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you can see temperatures pretty warm, well above average. We'll see some pop-up showers as well. I have to say, though, as we get into Wednesday real quick, there is the chance for severe weather well off to the west. We could see a thunderstorm out here. We'll have to have a little bit better idea as we get closer, but it does look warm and a little wet to start off the week. Tori?
You got in your car today, got your keys, and you left. Well, some people can't do that. They got an amputee or they can't get out of the house.
Yeah, these UPS workers say they don't just deliver packages. What they did to help a Vietnam veteran get around his house more easily.